Welcome back to the Countdown with Cliff Schecter. I am Cliff Schecter. Lara Trump. Lara frickin' Trump. She is Eric Trump's wife. The guy with all the gums. She's Donald Trump's daughter-in-law, which means he's probably hit on her. And she is a key member of the MAGA Trump family. There's even talk of her running for the Senate from North Carolina, a state she's from and probably has spent no time in recently, knows nothing about. But when has that ever stopped a member of the Trump family before? Well, she's also a horrible and I'd say abusive mom. Today she put up video as a Category 4 at the time. Hurricane was hitting the Gulf Coast of Florida, where she has one of her 15 houses that they pay for with other people's money, I'm sure, and tax money they ripped off from the federal government. This awful video of her son was Luke, that upsets me greatly because that's the name of my second son. Her son Luke, who's 5, was in this sort of baby sort of bulldozer, kind of like a tricycle bulldozer. And she's next to him. She put the son up on Instagram. He's in the rain, getting poured on. The kid's drenched. And he's wiping his eyes and crying. And she put this up and she's like, "It's okay, Luke," with this sort of maniacal smile. "You're going to make it. You're going to be fine." And sort of condescending voice, laughing at this kid's pain.
Oh my God, Luke. It's so
This is a 5-year-old. It's a hurricane. Lots of people are, escaping places. I'm sure the Trumps would find a way to use federal money to come and get them if they're too dumb to leave before it hits really hard. But here she is, a mom of a 5-year-old, and she's laughing at him as he's crying and soaking wet. In fact, at one point, the dog comes running out of the house. I think the dog cared more about this kid's happiness, healthiness, life than Lara Trump did, who found it all very amusing. Obviously, a lot of people talked about this on Twitter, and it's a reminder of the Trump family are, of course, all sociopaths, with the exception of Mary Trump, who I've been lucky enough to get to know quite well, and she's awesome, so don't throw her in with them. But, this little kid, he's 5 years old. What chance does he have? Mary Trump was raised by Donald Trump's brother, who was a terrific person. She's being raised by Eric and Lara, MAGA trash. So, as I said, it was a Category 4. I'll make sure I get you all the information. On the Gulf Coast, his miniature dozer, he's soaking, he's crying. And she put up on Instagram, she thought this was a character building exercise. Character building. I thought if you, in the Trump family, character building was they have a couple things you do. You grab them by the pee, or you steal state secrets and leave them lying around Mar-a-Lago for spies to come look at and then maybe sell them to Saudi Arabia. Stare up at an eclipse. That's another great character building exercise the Trumps do. Riding and having a 5-year-old who doesn't understand what's going on in a hurricane doesn't really seem like what I would call character building. It seems like where you might want to go get Child Protective Services involved, as some people were implying they would do on Twitter. This family is so freaking awful. I mean, there's a legion of stories. Obviously, I said the grab him by the pee thing of Trump abusing women, of Trump smacking his son around one time when he came to visit his son at Penn, which pains me to say. It's a school I attended at a different time, when his son was dressed down for a Yankees game that he was going to take him to or something. But I put this up on Facebook. It went viral a while back because people were wondering what happened to Donald Trump, who probably never had a chance either. So there it is, this character building. You may remember also Eric Trump and Lara had a foundation where they promised St. Jude cancer treatment for kids, St. Jude's Hospital, that the $2.8 million they raised from their donors, they told all their donors this too, was going to go to kids with cancer and try to help them and find a cure and make their lives better. And 200,000 of the 2.8 million, I shouldn't laugh, it's awful, went there, right? So for all of you math majors, what is that, 1/15th, 1/14th, 7%? Yeah. Other money went to all sorts of interests of the Trump family, foundations where they, were involved with, sat on boards, other causes that were good for them, and things unrelated. So they're good at hurting kids. It's something they do. Now it's their own kid. They're obviously awful people. And again, I'm still sort of flabbergasted having watched this video. You should see it, and we'll probably include it in some of the B-roll here if we can. But again, Lara Trump, Eric Trump, the Trump family, these vicious people. and she's sending her son out into a hurricane to suffer and to get drenched and build character. He's got to become president when he doesn't win an election and get impeached twice for that, Lara. Come on. Hey guys, I hope you liked this video. We're growing quickly. I'd love you to be a part of it. Please subscribe, turn on your notifications, like, and comment, and we'll see you back here soon.